good path forward could be to withdraw a loan without a lot of coordination, and then you come back and, you know, once the withdrawal is done, hey, neighboring communities, what can we share? I think the things that are gonna be shareable, like in the overall budget, are relatively small, right? Is that right? Like the potential savings is not worth another delay of like another year.
Okay.
Right? Value engineering.
In your world, yeah.
Yeah.
So should we wait to have these conversations with other communities till later? Does it make sense to do those concurrently? Should we focus on the plan? I mean, we did have an agenda today to discuss some of that collaboration stuff, but maybe we should adjust that agenda a little bit. And we can circle back to that stuff.
Did we talk about on that January meeting to spend like an hour talking together and then have a meeting an hour after? Was that, did I dream that up? Was that what
You dreamed that.
I dreamt that up, okay.
But it
It's
does
totally
seem like,
possible.
since Dory can't, since Stratton and can't, and CBA is not even sure, or Caravasset Valley, no, I know it's not CBA, it just comes out. Right, and Caravasset Valley won't know till Thursday. Sounds like nobody can make that first January meeting. So at the very least, we will use strong with Ken, and they seem pretty flexible.
But I think, as we talked about, until they've withdrawn, we can't guarantee that we can move forward with them. And the same as us, until we've withdrawn, because they could write up a plan with us, and then the town could vote to not withdraw, or we could decide, because we're not willing to risk closing the high school, we could decide as a committee to dissolve the committee. We could decide to not recommend withdrawal to the town. I mean, you know, those are all things that we could do that would then detriment their plans that they've then counted on us for an AOS. So, I mean, I think that Muffy has the right idea. I think we move forward with our own plan, and again, we can have little discussions on the side of what if, you know, we all decide to withdraw. Can we come together? But until we do, we can't count on anybody, you know? But we don't know what the
Yeah, I understand what you're saying, Lily, yep.
Oh, you can't hear?
No, I said I can understand what you're saying, that.
Oh, sorry.
So it feels like in some ways we may have been slightly off track.
Yeah.
Yeah, would have been great to be on track from the beginning, but how do we get on track? What's our next step? If our focus is making the plan, what's the next step for making the plan?
I start bringing you decisions you have to make.
Okay, what's the first decision you have to bring us?
I need to know if you're going with a K-8 school, right, pre-K right now, because
Okay,
I heard talk that might not be. So if your commitment is to a pre-K-8, I need to know that.
Okay.
Your next conversation.
I love that.
And the next conversation after that is, okay, if you're gonna be pre-K-8, what's it gonna look like? Because you're going to be bringing 4 grades back to the school. Right. 5, 6, 7, 8, right? Or go to. So if you're gonna have, are you bringing 2 teachers back? What's that, people are gonna wanna know, what's that gonna look like? Is it gonna be, how many kids is that? I can't remember how many kids you have finding. I have it somewhere.
I don't
Wanna
remember.
know?
Yeah, well,
I can tell you.
have the thing open still.
You have,
Needing some time to soak this in, just.
there,
35 pre-K to 4, 23, 5
You got
through
it.
8.
what were the numbers?
35 pre-K to 4 and 23, 5 through 8.
Yeah.
So about 60 kids.
Yeah, I think it was 57 in our original plan.
Yeah. Okay.
On this, oh, okay, sorry. I have to keep scrolling. It goes on to a second page. I was like, there's not strong,
There's
it's not on
something
here.
that you said, there's nothing that I want to correct, and something that I heard you say at a school board meeting, so I'd like to bring you in if I could. Kingfield does pay 40% of the local share,
Mhm.
but I thought that meant not 40% of the entire budget. Is that correct? So we're 40% of the local share. So we would not necessarily have to be as detrimental to Mount Abram, our choice, because it's not 40% of the whole budget. It's just 40% of the local share. Is that right?
They're working the numbers on that right now. We just had a committee meeting about this where I asked that question of they're putting the 8279 against the other document that I can't think of the name of right now, maybe the overall budget? I don't know, 279 against something else. It was like state contributions over local shares to see how comparable they are as far as like Kingfield, I think, Lily, maybe you know some of this also, but Kingfield contributes still more than other towns, I think, when you balance the local and
Per
state.
student, yes.
But per student, it's-
we pay more.
Yes.
We do, but it's
Correct.
A lot
not,
more.
it's not as much as you would think. Like,
No, it's not as much as you would think, but yeah.
it's not 40% more.
But it is
It's not
still
the
technically
40
more
versus
per
13.
student.
Yeah, it is more per student, but if Kingfield this is a major, like, light bulb moment for me, was if Kingfield pulls out, it doesn't kill the district automatically, and I thought it did. They're strong, has enough students and enough income, so to speak. but-
No, I didn't think it killed the district. I thought it killed the district when all three pulled out.
That's right.
Right.
I mean,
No,
if
I
two
never
pull out,
thought, I
right.
never
Well,
thought
that leaves
one
what,
did.
Avon?
Avon.
Avon can't be a district.
No.
I was there today, and let me tell you,
No.
beautiful little village.
Okay, so I just want to make sure, I need to
I'll figure
summarize.
those numbers out, but
Just
I'm
show
gonna,
me
that's what I
if
mean when I'm
Kingfield
gonna
pulled
make a
out.
budget.
Right.
I'm gonna make a budget so that we'll know what it looks like.
I have a question too, just looking at the
I would
numbers,
put two
because,
teachers in.
and this might be, I mean, we'll have to look at it closer, obviously, when we're making the plan, but like, in our towns, so there's like Freeman Township, where there's a portion of the students from Freeman that go to Kingfield that live on that side, and then a portion that go, I don't know where they go now, they were going to Strong years ago, but now they're probably dispersed as well. Freeman is a township, how do we count them in our students?
I
Do we
think
not?
that's already counted in your enrollment numbers.
That's what I told my wife tonight, because she asked that same question.
It's in
'cause
your
she's like, I
enrollment.
grew up on the
Yeah.
Kingfield side of Freeman.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, that's what I said, that's what I thought.
So in the
They're not, if
the
they're
Kingfield
tuition
35
kids.
includes the.
Wait a minute, if they're tuition kids, they're not in your enrollment. If they're a superintendent's agreement like you have with New Portland, they are in your enrollment.
Right, so Freeman is not, it's school choice,
In your-
within the district, but
In your
they're not a
enrollment,
town.
let me correct it, in your enrollment on your ED 279,
But Freeman's.
you have different enrollment numbers.
Freeman is unorganized territory. That's
The
different.
township.
Yeah, that's what she's
So you
referring
get
to.
tuition money for them.
Yeah, so that's not, so
But did
they're,
they, so they're not part of SAD 58, so does then Freeman Township have to figure out where they send their
Yes.
kids to each family do, I mean,
Yes.
that stays
Yes.
the same?
Yes.
Because that's, just
you
in
gotta
making
be
a plan,
careful.
that's 20 kids pre-K 4.
Make sure you're looking
Good.
at where did you get your enrollment? If you got your enrollment from your ED 279, that's not a reliable number. If you got your enrollment from the district enrollment,
Yeah. That's what you're looking at, that chart,
Table
right?
10, yeah.
Yeah.
so Dory, are you saying that there could be 20 more kids in the school than the number that we have?
Yes, and that's, I mean, again, we know Freeman is really split, it's not
Yeah, we don't know how many
convenient to
Freeman
get to
kids there
Kingfield
are.
from
Exactly.
some of Freeman, but I was curious about it because also there's, students that live in Salem, I mean, in making a plan, I'm just thinking ahead,
Yeah,
can we do double grades, can we not do double grades, for making a budget for how many teachers we would need and.
it's I have your residence number.
but I think I've somewhat absorbed what you've, so what, yeah, I guess, what are our next steps? What's,
I'm gonna give you a number in a minute.
Okay, so we need to
I'm just thinking
decide
that
if,
affects it, because then if we're thinking
if
of
we
like
are in-
busing, like, are we busing students from way, you know, like that changes
I believe,
the township?
maybe this is a list of Bernie questions, maybe
Oh,
that's
yeah,
what we
could
should
have
start
the-
that.
Okay.
Let's,
EUT bus.
yeah, the other EUTs provide their own buses.
so the,
So
Buffy said the.
what
fir-
I need from you guys is to set up a meeting for negotiations. We need to do that. I don't know how that's getting done. I
I
would,
know the last one was done at the board meeting, but because the board officially, this is why we voted in the committees already for negotiations, they don't have to wait for us. Because they are able to move forward with negotiations with us because they already have a single negotiation committee.
I think what you need to do is, I think, as the chairman of the committee, you need to send a request to MSAD 58 requesting an initial negotiation session. And ask who you should contact to set a date for that you're ready